Join us at The Legacy as we discuss vital issues.
Welcome back to the series on youth development. Our society needs serious help. The world at large needs to rethink. So we have been on this series and we'll be talking about youth, how to develop youth, discover them. And previously I talked about the various kinds of youth, and I divided them into two parts. And I said the first part was in characteristics, based on their characteristics. Then the second part I also talked about based on their experience, the situations around them. So number one, based on the natural tendencies. Then number two, based on their experience, the background, the way they act, these things that they've experienced, the things that they've been through, made up those kinds of people. So in this part two, if you were not with us where we went through the part one, I want you to go through this channel and do your best to get the part one. In that part one, you will know the various kinds of youths, discover the various kinds of youths, and know how to help them. Discover them. They are all around you. Discover them. Don't mismatch youth. Don't just say, you must go and do this one for me as a parent. You must go and do this one. This is what I want you to do. And you don't know who that your child is, who God made that child to be. So you go to that part one, look at it, listen to it. You may know about youth before now, you'll be hearing about youth, but I want you to see these things with me and take action, not just knowing. People know, we know today. Schools, they know. Proprietors, they know. Proprietors, they know. School heads, they know. Everybody know. Leaders, they know. How do we act on, change our view, our value system, change our action and take note and work on helping these young people for the future and for the betterment of our society. So go back to that part one and listen to it again. Welcome back. I welcome you back. This is part two, and in this part two we'll be looking at knowing them and distributing them in their diversities. Knowing these youths and distributing them. And I want to re-explain the part one so summarily. And the way I want to explain it is this. I will divide those various kinds of youth into 4 groups. That's how I want to explain it. Explaining the various parts and how to develop them is very, very important. Many times we see schools making students to just get high grades and not taking note, minding their various interests, goal, vision, talent, and God-given mandates. They just make these children to get high grades, read extensively, get the high grades, but they don't take note of their goals, their vision, their talent, and their God-given mandates. They get high grades and to make the school to blaze abroad. The name, this school is producing students with high grades, but they don't know where they are going to. No wonder we have students graduating from universities, yet if you ask them what next, they will be waiting and be looking at you. Why? Because they don't know where they are going to. They've not discovered themselves. They've not learned anything about life. They only got high grade. A lot of things we have to do to prepare for the future of our society. So I'll be grouping those kinds of youth into 4. Number 1, we have the innovative, idealistic, intuitive, exploring, self-motivated, and technological youths. These people, they are manufacturers, they are producers. Discover those youths in those schools. They are graduating, they are leaving their secondary school and they are going to the higher institution. While in their secondary school, who are they? Are they manufacturers? Are they producers? Are they going to produce in agriculture? Are they going to manufacture things? Manufacture cars. The car you are driving today, somebody do this. It's somebody's child that did it. So are they manufacturers? What can they do? The number two, we have the humanitarian, motivators, encourager, and business-oriented youth. These are great economists. We must discover them. They are simply referred to as the repairers, the managers, and the wholesalers. Who are they? They are all around you. Discover them. Observe those children around you. What is their activity? What is their attitude? What is their mentality? What's their view about life? How do they see life? Because these people see life differently. If you are not speaking to them from the direction where they are looking, they will see you as you are just wasting their time. They will not be listening to you. Have you ever observed that anytime you are talking to a child, you are talking to the child, and he's looking for something. You are talking to that child, and he may just listen to you because he wants to respect you. Not that he just want to respect you, and he's just listening to you. When you go, he will do what you want to do. Why? There is something he's looking at. You are not looking at that thing. When you speak to them from their view, from where they are looking at, you will be surprised that you will get them. This set of people, the humanitarians, the motivators, the encouragers, the business-oriented people, they are the repairers, the managers, the wholesalers. So that's how I group them. Then the third group, we have the sleeping, slow, great flirt. We have the sexual youth. We have the self-seeking and the questionnaire youth. These people, they are consumers and users. They are not useless. They just need to be worked on so that they can fit in. You just need to work on them so that they can fit in. You just need to work on them. They can be teachers. They can be counselors. You just need to work on them. They can be business and company owners. You just need to discover them. You work on them, discover them so that the society will be a better place. The questionnaire youth, discover them. Then the fourth part, we have the religious, the leaders, and the self-motivated youth. These are great leaders. They are the supervisors, the directors, the people that they are grouped into leadership board. They are leaders. They are directors. They are supervisors. We must distribute them so that they can discover where they belong. We must also let them know that they can and must work to be fulfilled. Until there is a real action, there can't be progress in any society. The society will remain or go down the drain if we don't have plan for the future, which are the youths and the children. I said that before in part 1. If we don't have plan for youths and children, we are talking about irrelevant things. You don't have plan for your children, talking about irrelevant things. Imagine a father and mother fighting in the house and they are not planning for the children. They are just fighting. You are planning to divorce. You have children at home to take care of. You are planning, you are fighting here and there. Imagine a leader in the society fighting against his youth. Imagine a leader in a society fighting the progress of its youth and children, and there is no proper plan. There is no structure put in place. There is no building, no company. There is no manufacturing company. There is no agriculture, no planning, no real success, no vision, no real value. If you don't have that, the children, the youths, they will go to school, come back and be everywhere. And that is why you see crime is increasing. Why? Because when they don't have anything to do, they find something to do. And when they find something to do, they may use you to start. So you have to think properly. And we must act. Build things put in place. Those schools should have things. Is this child good in sports? How do I help the child? Not to just have A1. Everybody will not come out from school and become a teacher. Everybody will not come out from school. There are diversities. Everybody will not come out of school and become a counselor. Everybody will not come out of school and become a trader. Everybody will not come out of school and become a doctor. Everybody will not come out from school and become a nurse. And one thing you must note about education. Education is just to make people literate. Education is not the totality of success in life. Education is to make your child literate. But for your child to be fulfilled and the destiny set and raised up, your child must discover his path and work on fulfilling his path. He must search, he must look for, and he must discover where he belongs. He must discover his place in destiny. If you do not discover your place in destiny, your child did not discover his place or her place in destiny, he will just be there doing anything. You see, in some places in the part of the world, they have people that are supposed to be bankers, great economists. They are the one working as doctors. How can a minister of health become a minister of health to become minister of information? And we don't want to talk about that. What are we doing? What are we building? So take note of this point. Look at your children. This is a time I want to talk to parents. Don't just be busy here and there, going everywhere. What time do you spend with your children? Do you know your children? Do you know them, who they are? Do you know who they are? Do you know the stars in them? Do you know the destinies in them? Do you know their talent? Do you know their gifts? Have you asked them? Have you observed them? Whether they are evangelists, whether they are pastors, whether they are prophets, have you checked them? Have you discovered them? Do you know who they are? Whether they are doctors, whether they are, or you just want them to say, I want you to read law and become a lawyer. Yeah, so that I will have a lawyer in my house, so that they'll know that in my family there's a law, there's a lawyer. In case of any matter, you judge for me. Woo! Is that all? Or you want to say become a medical doctor? Yes, so my child is a medical doctor. What have you discovered about your child? Do you know the God-given mandate for that your child? How are you working for the progress? Think about it. So we must discover these people and act on it. Put things in place. The church is an important place where these people must be guided. The schools, the value system of the school. If you look at the church, what is happening in the church today is alarming. You hear different news. Look at the schools, exam and practice here and there. How are they helping them? And then look at our society in different places, different parts of the world. How are they helping these young people? So we must reconsider. We must replan, change from the wrong direction of a myopic attitude, thinking about making for ourselves only, the young idea of oppression. We must change from there. And if we do the right thing, the society will be a better place to dwell on. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Don't forget, this is the legacy. Subscribe to this channel, like and share our post. Drop a comment and let's discuss this matter. Look at the society. What do you observe in your society? What do you observe in the world today? What do you see among the young people? How are you planning? What is your plan? What's your vision? Let's share this view together. Let's encourage people. Let's encourage the young people that they can do it, and the environment around us will be more peaceful than what we see today. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. If we don't have the ability to unlearn and relearn, we will fail. I heard a story of a native doctor some time ago that he was just in the house. Nobody preached to him. He was just in the house. And then suddenly one day the child was sick. Native doctor, the child was sick. And then he looked at the child. My child's sick. And I'm serving this idol for how many years now? The child was sick until the child died. The native doctor was provoked. He said, how can my child be sick and die? And I said, I'm serving this idol and he's not doing anything and he could not deliver my child. So the native doctor was angry. He entered into his shrine, packed all the things. Nobody preached to him. Nobody prayed for him. Packed everything and burnt them because he was angry. You know? It's kind of funny. He packed everything. Since you cannot save my own child and I'm serving you, you are no more qualified to be here. Pack your things and go. He bundled everything and burnt everything. That is what I'm saying. We need to burn some things in our mentality. We need to burn some things in our values. We need to burn some things in the way we think, the things we have learned, the oppressing attitude that have been installed into people. We need to burn those oppressing, intimidating values. We need to burn them off and see life. That light will shine on us. We need to walk in light so that the society will shine forth and there will be development. We will not be hearing killings here and there. We need to replan. Thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Thank you. When we come back, we're going to be looking more on youths. When we come back, we're going to look at the last part, which is part 3. We're going to look at solution to the several mistakes of parents, the society, and the church. Solution to the several mistakes we make. The several mistakes. So we're going to look at the solution. What are the quick solutions? And let's learn to take action. Not just hearing, not just listening, not just reading from internet, reading from books, hearing from everywhere, counseling programs, youth summit here and there. But we must act. Thank you.